This is Rugby Merlin and welcome back to the channel. So this video is entitled Permutations, and it was inspired by a comment that I got on the channel asking about what teams need to do to actually win the championship this year in the Six Nations, and I realized I didn't really know how the table stood, so I went and had a bit of a deep dive into it, and yeah, the result is this video. So strap on, and I hope you enjoy. For the championship, Ireland only need to win or draw in order to secure the championship victory. England are on 12 points, Ireland are on 16. So that means if Ireland get a win, that's a 4-point plus, so 20 points. If they get a draw, is 18, and the maximum England can get, including a bonus point, is 5. So if they get 18, England are on 12 plus 5, that's 17 points. So that means England will lose out to Ireland. So Ireland just need to win or draw the match, and they will become 2024 Six Nations champions. Pretty simple so far. Ireland can also get away with losing this game against Scotland, and they'll still be the Six Nations champions. And so if they do lose, they'll stay on 16 points, barring any bonus points. We're not going to get into that yet. If England take the win, they'll be on 16 too, but Ireland's points difference is so huge, like over 80 points, that Ireland are virtually guaranteed a win in the Six Nations Championship, even if they do lose and England win. Now, Ireland will come unstuck if they lose to Scotland without a bonus point and England win with a bonus point. And just to remind you, bonus point is 4 or more tries or losing 7 points. So obviously England need to win, so it'll be with 4 or more tries. Then they'll win the championship outright. So that's, if it's going to happen at all, that seems the most likely, that Ireland go down to Scotland without a bonus point and England win with a bonus point, and then England will be crowned Six Nations champions. Now, the interesting thing is France and Scotland are still in with a shout mathematically, speaking of winning the championship, but basically it takes Ireland losing with no bonus point, and Scotland absolutely smashing Ireland by like 50 points or something like that, and France to beat England with England getting no bonus point, which, you know, is still a possibility. But yeah, those kind of permutations don't really, I don't factor into the equation. It would be a monumental upset, and so I don't think they are worth being considered too much. But what is worth being considered is the Triple Crown, which if you're not familiar, that would be one of the so-called home nations: Scotland, England, Ireland and Wales. You know, whichever team beats the 3 other nations, that's Triple Crown. And you can see it on the thumbnail, it's actual trophy. So yeah, Scotland haven't won one of those since the 1990 Grand Slam, which I remember watching as a youngster there, with that famous Scottish team. So Scotland will be very aware of that, I feel, and they really want to play for that more than the championship itself, because even though it's mathematically possible, it's also almost in reality impossible. So yeah, Scotland well and truly playing for the Triple Crown this year. So basically it's between Ireland and England. If England get a big win, score a lot of tries, and Ireland completely capitulate and lose to Scotland without getting anything out of the match in terms of points, England will take it. So it's a big ask for England, but it looks like Ireland basically have sealed the deal in terms of winning the championship. But Scotland still have a lot to play for, which is the most interesting thing, I think, in terms of that Triple Crown title, which they've been after for a while actually, and I know it means a lot to them. So that's going to be the interesting part. Now we come to the bottom of the table, and this is almost just as interesting as the top, because the Italians and the Welsh are playing for the wooden spoon. Although it doesn't officially exist, you know, it's been a thing since I was a kid, and you never wanted to get it. It was like the worst thing, and you had to hold it for a year, which was terrible. But yeah, so Italy and Wales, what needs to happen, and how can Wales, basically, because I'm Welsh, avoid getting the wooden spoon this year? So Italy have gotten the wooden spoon for the past 9 seasons, so that must be very frustrating for them, and they're trying to turn things around for Italian rugby. Although they're a strong nation, in the Six Nations they've had the rough end of the stick, and yeah, they've been on the receiving end of the wooden spoon for quite a while, so they're going to want to turn that around. And Wales seem like they're ripe for passing that mantle on at the moment. Wales, on the other hand, haven't received the wooden spoon, the metaphorical wooden spoon, since 2003. So Gatland has never experienced that. I did when I was growing up watching Wales. We had like good times and bad times, but quite a few bad times and a few wooden spoons over the years. And as I say, it's not a pleasant thing. So I'm sure Italy will be very eager to get rid of it, and they're in a good position to do so. So they're on 7 points, and Wales are only on 3 with 3 bonus points. So Italy have quite a big advantage going into the match. If Italy win or draw, then the wooden spoon isn't theirs, and Wales will finish bottom. So yeah, basically Italy, I'm sure it won't affect their play that much. They'll go out and do what they've done all championship, and they'll try and win the game. Another permutation is, even if Italy do lose the game, that's how strong a position they're in over Wales. If Wales don't overturn and Italy don't get a bonus point, if Wales don't overturn the points differential, then Italy will still finish above them in the table. So the points difference is 11 points, I think, looking at the table here. And so Wales are going to have to win by a fair old margin. So it's not going to be a case of just scraping a win. Wales are really going to have to put one on the Italians. Interesting permutation is that it is possible for Italy to finish in 3rd, which would be their best finish ever. If Scotland and France get absolutely nothing from the game, which means no bonus point, no win, and Italy get the bonus point win, then Italy would finish 3rd. So that would be an amazing finish for them. So I hope you followed the various permutations and things that can happen this weekend. I've no idea really how the table is going to finish out at the end of this Six Nations, and that's a great thing. A bit of excitement now for this last weekend, when it looked like Ireland were going to walk it for the championship so far, but things are going to be interesting, and I sincerely hope that Wales don't get a wooden spoon. But I also kind of am rooting for Italy really to get that 3rd place finish, which would be amazing for the rugby as a nation, and the under-20s are doing really well as well. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting weekend, and I'm sure the table will be changing and as the games go on, and players will be very aware of what's happening in the other games, I think, and they'll all have an eye on what happened in the previous game. So yeah, if you've made it this far, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. All right, bye-bye.